Hello everyone, this is Hawa and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be talking and discussing about Martin Luther King's speech he gave about I have a dream. Yes, I have a dream. So talking about that, back in the days, black people or mostly African were slaves in the United States of America. So they were just treated like slaves and they didn't have any right. They were treated like animals, and that was a really bad thing. So many leaders came up together with some people's support in the population, and they had what they call the Emancipation Proclamation, and that was about defending black people's right in the United States. And those black people were called Negro slaves, just to not call them like slaves, and because of they were black. So that's one thing, and it was defending them against discrimination, racism, social injustice, prejudices, and all those stuff. And talking about that, I strongly believe and have a strong opinion about this speech being a persuasive speech because he's convincing and persuading us and all his audience to believe in his point of view, which was about hoping for a better and great future for black people in the United States. So to stand for rights and equality for everyone in the United States. So after that, let's talk about some of the points that the speech had. So through the speech, we can see that he had what we call the ethos, which is the authority to speak on the subject. He was a leader. He was known for doing incredible things, like credible things. He was such a great person and leader that people trusted him, and everything he did in the past was really good. He was very smart and very helpful to his black community. He was there for everyone. So he had that authority on the audience, and he had a strong credibility on his speech. And let's talk about the pathos, which is like getting people's feelings. So through his speech, we can see that he has been through a lot, and mostly with his community, his black community. He knew what was going on and he knew what they were fighting for. So he kind of like knew what they were all hoping for in the future. All they wanted was peace, have the same rights as everyone else, and have a better future in this country. Be free, because freedom was something that they were lacking. Even though they had the Emancipation Proclamation, it didn't quite work, or it was just on papers, because black people were still treated bad and they were discriminated. There were racism and everything. So he kind of knew how to get people's emotion, and he was giving them hope to not give up, to always keep their head up and fight for the rights, because one day it will pay off. So let's talk about the logos, which is the logic arguments. So in the United States, it's a country of rules, of liberty, and of respect, we can say. And in the amendments, we say that all humans are equal in front of the laws, and that's logic, and that should be applied to everyone in the United States. But that wasn't the case for the black people. So because of that, he kind of like made sense. Everything he was saying made sense, and he was perfectly fine because he knew what he was talking about. And finally, what we get through this speech is that he's persuading us, his audience, to hope, to never give up, to always fight for their rights in order to get the freedom they have always wanted. And he's giving a message of hope, and always being optimistic, because without that they wouldn't be free and have the same rights everyone else was having at that time. So thank you very much for listening.